The Zone is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win!
Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time. A night to remember.
The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you live on the Zone X Series. Let's see some thunder!
Here we go. A clean shot, and it could be lights out.
It's the real deal!
Hey, he looks like a pro boxer.
1, 2, 3, light him up! Your winner and the new champion.
...2024 was an eventful one, as it always is in the world of X Series. From Leeds to Nashville, from London to Houston, we went to Miami, we went to Dublin, and we went to Newcastle, ending on a high in Doha, Qatar. But in 2025, we begin in a city where fighting and entertainment go hand in hand.
This is Manchester, a place where we do things different. A place prime for X Series where tonight we return. Vibrant, courageous, audacious, unapologetically boisterous, mad for it. Oasis, Stone Roses, United, City, Atom, Fiore, the Hacienda, Coronation Street, Parker. We set the trends and the world follows. It's Manchester's nature to own what we do. We embrace the induvial and we love the fight. Tonight, Darren Till, the MMA star turned boxer, is ready to prove he's not just a name from the cage, but force to be reckoned with in the ring. Standing in his way is a Misfits staple. Anthony Taylor, a man on fire, riding a 4-fight winning streak, fast, flashy and fearless. The pretty boy is here to steal the show. X Series 20, made in Manchester. Let's have it.
The fabulous Co-op Live
5 is the setting for the 20th edition of Crossover Boxing as X Series starts 2025 in style. Welcome inside Europe's largest indoor arena, which tonight is the setting for X Series 20. And what a fight card we have for you tonight. And as always, I am joined by my dream team, Ben the Bane Davis, the voice of Misfits, and Riley Osborne. I mean, guys, first of all, we were all in Qatar, in Doha. What an incredible night that supercard was. But now we're back in Manchester. Ben, how excited are you to be here?
Back on the clock. There's no place I'd rather be to kick off 2025 than Manchester. I'm expecting some magical fights. One of these 8 might be a spectacular KO.
I mean, you say magical fights, Ben. Riley, does X Series ever let us down?
It never does. Never. From the start to the finish, X Series always brings the heat, and that's exactly what we have tonight. We have people that have a UK rap beef that have never fought before, all the way till Darren Till, a 6-time main event in the UFC, and everything in between, and you only get that on Misfits.
You do. It's going to be a night. We're not going to let you down, don't worry. I mean, Ben, you have been involved in this whole fight week, as have you, Riley, but hosting that press conference was quite entertaining, shall we say. I think that's understatement of the year.
Like always, there's so much going on throughout these fight weeks, but I've got to mention that this Blackpool crime scene has captured my attention. I didn't know that there was a decade-long beef between Afghan Dan and Little T, but that's going to be settled here tonight.
And Riley, what have you enjoyed most about being here in Manchester? It's a great city.
It is. It's the best city. We're going out, getting coffees, getting ready, and then we're getting people about to take their heads off inside every press conference, the weigh-in, and of course tonight, fight night, I guarantee action.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. We will talk about the undercard a little bit later on, but we have to have a word on the main event, Ben. I mean, I'm so used to having AT stood here, and now he's going to be in the ring.
He's our Swiss Army knife, and there's nobody that deserves this massive moment more than Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. At one point in time, he was the most criticized man in the scene. The hug fest, the clinching. But this kid flipped a switch, and now he swoops in on short notice to take on a former UFC title challenger. Cinderella story. The shoe fits on Anthony Taylor.
I quite enjoyed during fight week when Darren Till was like, what am I doing here? What have I gotten myself into? And that really made me laugh.
Darren Till is usually the energy at the press conferences. Usually he's the insane one that everyone's saying, what is this guy saying? But Anthony Taylor likes to bring the energy. He brings the heat. And Darren Till was not playing with it. He was saying, okay, I guess we're going to have to fight because I can't challenge this guy with when it comes to the words, except for when AT was saying, I'm fighting Jake Paul next. And Darren said, that's never happened. But people said that about AT and Darren Till, and here they are.
Here they are. What a night we have in store for you. Let's just run you through all the incredible fights happening tonight here on X Series 20. We start with Gareth versus Hatt in a heavyweight fight. Both fighters just very happy to be here. Then we move on to Adam Brooks versus Gavinio. We've got a 44-year-old up against the 38-year-old. Who comes up on top in that one? Then we move on to Sami Hamed. I'm really looking forward to this fight. He faces Ziggy Johnson. And then the one that Ben mentioned, the one that a lot of people are looking forward to. Feels like it's been a long time coming. Little T versus Afghan Dan. Then, of course, we move on to Carla Jade, who was brilliant in her last fight. She's got the lightweight belt. She's coming up against Melanie Shah. Then we have Ty Mitchell versus Tommy Hench. A lot has been said between those two in this fight as well. Then we move on to the return of Wade. He is up against Masai Warrior. And of course, the main event, which is Darren Till versus Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. Oh my word, there is so many incredible fights on this fight card tonight, but where do we even begin, Ben? I don't know. Where do we begin with this fight card?
There's so much action that you could approach these 8 bouts in any angle, but I want to highlight the co-main event. Wade Clemens storming the castle. This is redemption. This is revenge. And boy, he is looking physically quite imposing.
Ben, a lot of people say that the beef is made up. People aren't honest. I'm telling you this, Wade, the beef is real. He is not faking anything. He is exactly who he says he is. And tonight he's going to show us just how mean of a person that can be.
Well, this is brilliant. Obviously, Wade's return. But does this mean that all of the pressure, Ben, is on him?
I think it is. Masai Warrior just, has to come in here and stay composed. Wade's the guy that went out and recruited BJ Flores. Wade's the guy that went and trained with Tristan Ham, Josh Bruckner, these Misfits staples and products. So, I think that, yeah, all the pressure is on Wade, but look, he's been under these bright lights before, just in different job functions.
And I think even in the fight week, Masai Warrior said, I've got to take him into deep water. To me, when somebody says that, that means functionally and on the skill level, they're not as confident. He's not saying I'm going to come in here and outbox him in the first round. He's saying, I'm fitter than you, I have better cardio than you, I'm going to take it deep. So I'm curious to see if that's what that means.
It's hard to drown a guy when their name is Wade. I will say that. I will say that.
Oh, Ben, I absolutely love it. Right, and as always, we want you guys to get in touch at home, and you can do that via DAZN.com. All you have to do is click on the fan zone. Like we say, we want to know exactly what you guys think, who is going to win each and every fight on the card tonight here at X Series 20. And we start with a heavyweight showdown. Are we looking forward to this heavyweight showdown, guys?
Oh, I cannot be more pumped up for this. The Bad Boy Chiller crew, Gareth Kelly, 1/3 of that acclaimed rap collective, takes on Hatt, who has been all smiles all week long. I mean, this guy's asking me to use the bathroom during the press conference. Clearly, he's not bothered by any of this.
He's been saying, he turns it on for a quick second, and then he says, nah, we're just hanging out. However, what that means to me is he's confident. He's relaxed. He's not overwhelmed by the moment. That is going to be an integral aspect here, because let's be honest, neither of these guys have a plethora of experience, I should say, sorry. Some of them haven't fitness-wise been on the exact where they need to be, but they're getting there. They said that they've developed and they said they've increased, so we're going to get to see that.
I feel like that these two guys, we don't always see this on X Series 20. They've been super respectful between each other, which is quite nice to see, Ben. It's quite rare, isn't it?
It is, and it's a refreshing thing to see, right? It's always nice. We don't have to hate each other, but I will say in terms of tactics, you highlighted the lack of experience on both sides, but with those veneers, they could probably just blind each other with like a good smile and then maybe come in for a shot.
It is Battle of the Turkey Teeth, as Ben. It's not me. But both of them have got a lovely set on them. Is one of them going to get ruined tonight?
I was going to say, they got a lovely set for now. We'll see what happens by the end of tonight.
Right. Guys, it is time. We are ready for the first fight of the night. So, Ben, it's the tale of the tapes.
The first tale of the tape of the evening is in the heavyweight division. Gareth Kelly, 29 years young, so is Hatt. Each of them a UK rapper. Look at that weight, 258 for BBCC. Gareth, 246 for Hatt. Gareth says he's ready to excite a few people, and Hatt comes back with, he can't believe it's the first fight of the night. They kick off the card, and we kick it over to our master of ceremonies, Hass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Co-op Live here in Manchester, England, United Kingdom, for a night of boxing entertainment. X Series 20, brought to you by Misfits Boxing and their proud sponsors, Prime Hydration, Steak.com, and Kick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for our first bout of the evening, scheduled for 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. And now, please welcome to the ring, Hatt.
A nice smile, some, clean teeth, mean beats. That's what Hatt brings into this ring here tonight in Manchester. But Riley Osborne, he needs to box. He needs to fight, and we will see in just a couple moments if he has any skills.
He's been relaxed. He's been calm, cool, and collected all week. But at the end of the day, he's about to get punched in the face. And I want to see how that attitude changes when that first punch lands.
Hatt did tell us that when he was younger, he did have childhood dreams of boxing and getting into the squared circle, but there was a physical impairment where he couldn't lift his right arm, but through extensive PT over the years, he has recovered, gotten himself to this point, and now gets to live out a dream here in Manchester. Good walkout song, too.
He looks calm. He looks ready. As someone with some shoulder injuries myself, I know that when you get the preparation done, when you get it all ready, it can make a huge difference.
Cat's final words to us were that he's going to keep it lemon. Bosch, as a guy from Arizona, I'm not super familiar with the UK terminology.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring, Gareth Kelly.
He was here in Newcastle performing with his acclaimed rap collective, Bad Boy Chiller Club. And look at this, he's got Abdul Rozek with him, Riley.
Abdul looking like he's getting ready to get in there himself, in the shadow box.
Gareth told us that back in the day, he did struggle with the weight. Touring so frequently put him in a physical position that he wasn't comfortable with. And so he said the big reason why he took this fight was to slim down, lean out, and become a meaner version of himself.
It's hard to find better motivation than to get in shape than the risk of getting knocked out if you're not in shape.
Here's a look at the zone. Fan zone, 69% believe that Gareth Kelly will get his hand raised. 31% think Hatt will do enough to earn his first victory here. I can't wait for this one.
That is a way bigger spread than I thought it was going to be. 69 to 31 is huge.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. This bout is brought to you by Misfits Boxing and Dazn and their proud sponsors, Prime Hydration, Steak.com, and Kick. This bout is sanctioned by the World Combat Sports Federation. Your supervisor in charge, Marion Palatine. Your timekeeper at the bell, from England, Peter Lowe. And your 3 judges scoring ringside, from the Netherlands, Lassen Oomgar. And from England, Lee Murtaugh. And from Germany, George Milky. And your third man in the ring in charge of the action, from Switzerland, Sven Graffi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black and gold. His official weight of 246 pounds. And tonight, he is making his Misfits boxing debut. Hailing from Chatham, Kent, fighting out of Medway Go-Getters Gym, England's United Kingdom. Introducing and his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black cold and multicolored shorts. His original weight of 258 pounds. And tonight, he is also making his Misfits boxing debut. Hailing from Rokies, Bradford, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Gareth, the Belly G. Kelly!
Okay. You follow my commands all the time. Okay? Okay. I wish you a clean and a fair fight. Touch gloves. Good luck.
All respect all week long, but now they get to trade heavy leather. In the first bout of 2025, Misfits Boxing is back. Third man inside is Sven Graffi. Gareth Kelly storming through the center. There's a right hand on
Hatt needs to get the chin off the center line.
We've also got Mams, Taylor, the man himself inside the booth. Mams, 2 heavy hitters.
What is the guard of Hatt right now? His left hand is right at his waist. He's refusing to bring it up.
He's trying that Floyd Mayweather. I don't think it's working.
He mentioned the Phillies, but he's getting clobbered here in round 1. Standing 8 count to Hatt here within 30 seconds, Riley.
I don't know if that shoulder issue was rectified because he's not moving his left hand at all.
Mams, I'm expecting this one to likely not make it to the scorecards.
I think that's a safe bet. Gareth Kelly looking to finish it.
Swarming like a group of bees, stinging the veneers of Hatt.
Another standing 8 count just so everybody knows, if you are not defending yourself properly, then you should be counted as a knockdown. That is fundamentally a good call by the referee because Hatt is not defending himself properly right now. He needs something big. He needs to get that respect because he's just coming forward.
He needs anything. Hatt needs to start doing something, whether it's pumping the jab out or maybe, man, just throw the kitchen sink at Gareth.
I would be throwing whatever I could at this point. And these unanswered shots, he's turning his face, that's it, it's over, it's all over.
Done in one! The Chiller crew member ices Hatt in the first fight of 2025.
Gareth walks right through him, no defense, nothing back, and no fear from Gareth. He just came right forward, walked right through him, and got it done.
And that's how you need to fight as someone who's inexperienced. Be ruthless, be unafraid, stick yourself into the trenches, and don't mind if you get a little burnt, mans.
No, exactly right. But you know also they're both first-timers, first time having a match, so as an exhibition, it's always going to be a lot more safe. Maintain the safety, make sure you stop the fight if there's unanswered shots. The standing 8 count was implemented a lot quicker than it would be with some of our more experienced fighters.
Gareth Kelly showing off his pair of those turkey teeth. Excellent first round from him.
I thought good calls all around. The referee did a good job, stopped the fight when he needed to, and Gareth got it done.
Well, from one heavyweight showdown to another, Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker will battle it out for the IBF World title on February 22nd. That's the chief support on the incredible Last Crescendo card. To make that first round knockout official, we send it inside to Huss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute and 33 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Gareth the Belly GK Kelly.
Dropping beats and getting TKOs, BBCC Gareth, a winner in his debut, Mams.
A winner indeed, and he told me he's really seriously considering making this a full-time thing, and he's been talking about Chase, but I think he's got quite a road to go before that. The competition didn't really test him, but you can see that he's got some potential there.
Well, let's hear from the winner. We take it to Riley Osborne.
Gareth, there's a lot of room to grow in the heavyweight division here in Misfits. Have you just made yourself a new name here?
Yeah, and Chase Demore knows about it. He knows. That belt's mine, mate. It's coming. I've prayed, I've manifested. That is coming back to Bradford. Marsh!
Absolutely walked through your opponent there. You got on him. You took him down. Talk to me about their game plan. Talk to me about what was the strategy coming in here?
Well, I didn't listen to what they said. They said slow, composure, this and that. But you know what it is? You just had to do what I had to do, man. I want a pint of lager, bro, man. I'm parched.
After the lager, what is next for you? You got any names?
Just whatever. Just big thank you to the company for letting me have this opportunity from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you welcome me back. I've got a lot to offer, and yeah, that's it. Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, for your winner, Gareth.
What started as a fitness journey for him now results in becoming an undefeated heavyweight here at Misfits, Mams. What might be the plan for the Bad Boy Chiller crew member?
You know, I've got some ideas cooking. We'll see. There's a lot of new heavyweights in the division, so we've got some options.
Here's a couple highlights. Gareth Kelly just storming through the defenses. I mean, some good shots from him, right, despite the inexperience?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fearless is Gareth Kelly, just pounding his way through Hatt, who really didn't offer much in the realm of resistance.
He didn't. I think he was a bit overwhelmed in there by Gareth's aggression, and he, you know, look, he didn't look too pretty, but he's just started boxing, and you can see that he's heavy-handed, and he put his opponent away. He didn't have much to answer.
We talked about the potential in this heavyweight division. Who are some of the names that Gareth Kelly could be matched up with next?
Well, it's too early, but for me to, I have to think about it. But like I say, there's a lot of new heavyweights. Jordan Banjo is making his debut very soon.
There we go.
Big name, very committed to boxing. He's a heavyweight. We've got obviously Big Tobes looking to make a return. There's probably 7 or 8 new names that we've signed over the Christmas holiday.
Lots of potential. Let's keep the action rolling and take it to Liv.
Yes, we're up and running here at the Co-op Live, and we're just getting started this year on Dazn.
The undisputed global home of boxing is on Dazn, where the greatest fighters in the world and the best promoters in the game come together.
We got a fight tomorrow, man!
For boxing in 2025, that means more.
What does the future look like?
More fights, more knockouts, more shocks, more shakeups.
The fight itself was just phenomenal.
With big fights every month and over 150 a year, imagine what matchups could happen next. There will be more contenders at all the weights for all the belts, from rising stars to superstars.
Are you not entertained?
At venues all over the planet with unbeatable broadcast talent.
Hello, people. Good to have you with us this evening.
Experts, analysis, champions, legends.
It's that first punch that lands dictates who's gonna win.
Nobody brings you closer to the action anywhere, on any device.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Because if the fight is on, it's on Dazn, the global home of boxing.
The new year starts with a bang, and the first Riyadh season event of 2025 is an absolute cracker. The last crescendo, potentially the greatest fight card ever assembled. Buatsi Smith, Jean Caballel, Ortiz Madrimov, Adam Shiraz, Stevenson Schofield, Dubois Parker, and to top it off, the undisputed light heavyweight rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. We cannot wait for February the 22nd, and the action continues to come thick and fast here in Manchester. Yes, it is Adam Brooks versus Gavinio. Just a quick word on Hatt there. What happened? Just quickly, Riley.
I think a quick word is all you can really give him, because that was obviously not the performance that he wanted. Although I'll give it to Gareth because he just walked through him. And when you apply the pressure like that, you don't let your opponent get started. You don't allow him to build into the fight. You just get in there, get it done. That's what he did. Hatt just had nothing for him.
Yeah, let's have a look then at Adam Brooks versus Gavinio. Adam Brooks was really disappointed in his fight against King Kenny. He said King Kenny was just a level above him, but he's worked hard, and surely he's a big favourite for this one.
He has to be. I mean, Gavinio is famous for pranks and making jokes, but there's going to be no jokes tonight when he's got Adam Brooks in front of him bringing the heat.
Do you think Gavinio is taking this seriously? Adam Brooks there, we can see on the pads, he definitely takes this seriously, doesn't he?
Adam Brooks he's no joke. I mean, he took the King Kenny fight. He was a huge underdog, and he was still devastated. He really believed that he could win that fight, and I believe he could win it too. And tonight, he has an opportunity to get redemption, to show what he's made of, and Gavinio really has a tall order in front of him, in my opinion.
So do you think Gavinio, I just mentioned Adam Brooks, but do you think he is taking this seriously? Obviously, you know, he's spoken about his tan and his teeth, but he's got a real opponent in front of him now, and it's a big task for him tonight, isn't it?
It is a big task, but you got to think about it. Just because he's putting a smoke screen in front of him and he's trying to play the game of, I'm not really taking you serious, you don't have to take me serious, and then in the background he's focused and he's getting ready. That's kind of how I see this, because if you take Adam Brooks as a joke, you're going to get hurt.
I mean, do you give Gavinio any chance here, Riley? What are you thinking?
No.
How is this one going to end? Do you think it's going to be quick?
I think it'll be a stoppage. I think Adam Brooks wants to go in there, show his skill, so he's going to take him into deep waters. I don't think he's going to get after him super early and try to put him away. I think he's going to show his skill, show his ability, and then he's going to stop the show.
Well, let's see what is about to happen. Our second fight of the night is Adam Brooks versus Gavinio. It's over to Ben for the tail of the tape.
Adam Brooks and Gavinio competing in the cruiserweight division. Brooks, 44 years young. Gavinio, just south of age 40. 179 for the pub owner, 180 for the TikTok prankster who says that Brooks is a wish version of Superman. And Adam comes back saying that he's the only man who could go on a training camp and come back fatter. Well, we'll see who slims out as we send it to Hatt.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening, scheduled for 3-minute rounds in the cruiserweight Division. And now, please welcome to the ring, Gavinio.
No experience comes with Gavinio. This man has never fought before, was in Thailand doing two-a-days, but somehow gained more weight, Riley.
Well, you can just hope that it was a bit of muscle on top of that. Thailand, if he was truly training hard, truly doing what he was saying, then he should be prepared here. But Thailand offers some alternatives where you can go and get drunk every day on the beach. So I was hoping that I hope he's being focused, because he's really has a tall order in front of him with Adam Brooks.
Not really a stranger to the scene, very close with Dublin's Ben Williams. In fact, helped him produce one of his songs last year. So he's kind of seen what this scene is all about, Bams. Do you think that that's going to help him in his Misfits debut?
Enthusiasm and fun can only get you so far, Ben. But we'll see. Listen, Brooksy, he takes it very seriously, as you can see his demeanor, his training. He's very committed and disciplined. Gavinio was probably on the piss last night in downtown Manchester. Sorry. Sorry for the bad language from Ben and Riley.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring, Adam Brooks.
When Adam Brooks wins fights, he does it by devastating knockouts. This two pub owner individual comes equipped with 2 stones at the end of each hand, Riley.
He's absolutely ready to roll. 44 years of age, but he's kept great fitness, 72% to 28% for the fan zone, showing just how much of an advantage people think that Brooks has.
He lives and breathes the Knives Down, Gloves Up campaign, represents that to a T. Bams, what are you expecting from the Misfits staple?
I'm expecting a knockout, and Brooksy told me he wants to get rid of that ring rust and get a knockout in 2. So,
ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. This bout is brought to you by Misfits Boxing and DAZN, and their proud sponsors, Prime Hydration, Steak.com, and Kick. This bout is sanctioned by the World Combat Sports Federation. Your supervisor in charge, Marion Palatin. Your timekeeper at the bell, from England, Peter Lowe. And your 3 judges scoring ringside, from Mongolia, by Escalon Sandag. And from England, Ian John Lewis. And from Switzerland, Sven Grafri. And your 3rd man in charge of the action in the ring, from Germany, George Milky. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the blue, pink, and white. His official weight of 180.5 pounds. And tonight, he's making his Misfits boxing debut. Hailing from Primal Edge Gym Shipley, introducing Gavinio! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the red with white trim. His official weight of 179 pounds, bang on. He has a record of 2 fights, 1 loss, 1 win, and that win comes in by way of knockout. He is not only spreading his Knives Down message, but also fundraising tonight for Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children. Hailing from Essex, England, United Kingdom, introducing Adam the Assassin Brooks!
Gentlemen, please. Gentlemen, follow me my commands. Clean boxing, touch gloves. In the corner.
George Milky, 3rd man inside for this cruiserweight affair. Adam Brooks in the all red, Gavinio in the multicolored neon blue and pink. Big experience edge on one side, but Gavinio might have a couple tricks up the sleeve. Round 1 underway.
Let's see. You never know in a boxing match.
Oh! Brooks already stinging him in the pocket.
Gavinio with his head kind of down and just throwing punches, but he needs to look at where he's going and where he's punching.
He blocked every one of those punches in his face, guys. That was dominant, fast hands from Adam Brooks, clean jab, and he's catching him. coming inside.
It's the uppercut from Adam Brooks. It's a patented move of his, and Gavinio ducking in that fashion. He's just teeing himself up, Riley.
Gavinio, he's wearing these well, but he cannot do this for many more rounds. He's got 4 rounds here. We're 30 seconds into this. He's got to get his defense on point.
It's very slow, telegraphing those shots. Gavinio might have to pull out his Saturday Night Fever moves here.
Maybe a couple low kicks from Thailand could help him out potentially. 1 minute has transpired and Adam Brooks is tearing him apart.
Gavinio already looking to the corner. That's never a good sign. He's throwing some body shots that are landing. Going with the right hand. Adam Brooks keeping his hands down. Still gotta keep his defensive out. Oh, down. Brooks brings Gavinio to the canvas. Clean uppercut left hook sent him down.
5. And it's the same combo he's been throwing this entire first round, man. Gavinio just cannot get out of its way.
He's gonna have another go. Good on him.
The prankster being pranked right here, Riley. He might be punked.
It was just a prank. I didn't mean it. Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Gavinio, hands are by his side. He's looking winded. Adam Brooks, mean mugging.
Blood dripping out of the nose. He's tough, but you can only be so tough. Adam Brooks just getting warmed up. No head
He did get one shot on Adam Brooks that may have phased him a little bit earlier on, but oh look, he's like, come on, head down.
Getting fired up with a minute to go in round 1.
Just throwing one. Oh, boo.
Did we think that the prankster would abide by the rules? And that might be what Gavinio needs. He needs to get dirty, man.
That referee brings back my trauma. He reminds me of my old headmaster.
Riley, if you're Adam Brooks, how can you put more of a statement on this first round?
You can't. You just keep doing exactly what you're doing. He's absolutely breaking him down.
He's Gavinio playing dirty.
It was a tackle attempt. I mean, the Buffalo Bills might recruit Gavinio next week.
This is all he can do, right? He's got to go big. He's getting completely technically destroyed right now.
Gavinio. Adam Brooks leveraging the jab. Could use maybe a few more feints. There's a beautiful connection. But Gavinio trying to land in the pocket.
He's got heart, Gavinio. Oh, now he's headbutted him. This guy's nuts.
Brooks still has to take him seriously. He's got to keep his hands up.
Look at the ferocity from Gavinio. Anger might be what the TikTok prankster needs. Now, if you're in Gavinio's corner, Mams, what are you trying to tell him?
I would tell him, Gavinio, it's 10-9 to you in terms of entertainment, but you're behind on the scorecards for the round.
10-8 in real life.
10-8.
Here's a couple replays from round 1. Adam Brooks just connecting with so much force on those thudding blows, Riley.
It's a great combination. I mean, the left hook lifts the chin up, and the uppercut lifts the chin up, and that left hook sits him down. That uppercut didn't land, but that left hook sure did.
But look at this, Gavinio starting to have a little bit more success as the round progresses. Almost like the Hulk, as he gets angrier, he gets better, man.
He's very stiff. He's not looking at where he's going. He's got no vision of his target here, but he's still in the game, and, you know, you've got to respect that.
Adam Brooks glaring his opponent down here ahead of round number 2. This comeback win would mean the world to him.
Gavinio had more success when he stopped trying to box him. When he just started focusing on fighting him, he started having more success. Brooks is clearly more skilled, but Gavinio's got heart.
He does. I've never seen anything like it. He just, like a bull, puts his head down and just starts throwing, not looking at where he's going. Sometimes it's working.
Now a little showboating from Gavinio. I mean, he is just looking directly at the canvas.
He's got no vision on his opponent.
I can't believe his durability. I mean, some of these uppercuts are thudding, and he just walks right through them.
If Brooksy needs to mix it up, hit him in the body a little bit.
Gavinio trying to take a timeout in round number 2.
Oh, is he quitting?
Looks like he might be quitting. He's waving
had
off.
to go. He's had to go.
Yep.
He gave
He's
it
taking
his
a knee.
all.
What a shot from Adam Brooks to end this one. Gavinio decided, yep, this isn't fun anymore, guys.
You know what? He gave it his all. He left it all out there. I think that last shot hurt him really bad. Just because he doesn't sit down doesn't mean that he's not aware of where he is anymore. I think he looked a little lost. He looked clearly very hurt, and he knew it was time.
But, Mams, like you said, there is something to give him in the realm of resilience and just coming forward and trying to pressure the more experienced boxer.
All the build-up I gave to the size of his cojones, and then he quits, you know. But look, it's understandable. His first fight, he was overwhelmed by Brooksy, and he had some very entertaining moments.
The 100% finishing rate for Adam Brooks continues as we take a quick look at that finishing sequence. Again, it was the uppercut on the top of the head that seemed to really just detach Gavinio from his interest in competing.
Well, he's limping off there at the end. I just don't think he had anything left in the tank. He gave it all he had, but Brooks was honestly getting better and starting to get more accurate. It was only a matter of time.
He wants to go. He's reserved a table at the club tonight, and he said, look, I want to still be able to go.
If I'm flatlined, I won't be able to get some drinks tonight.
If you're at the hospital, you can't, you know, have a good time. We return to the Co-op Live on February 15th for a WBO World Lightweight title eliminator between Jack Catterall and Arnold Barboza, live only on DAZN. Let's make that second round TKO official by sending it inside to Haas.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 52 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by knockout, Adam the Assassin Brooks.
The Assassin is back in full form. Another TKO victory for the pub owner. Controversial in many areas, but you cannot question the power that this man possesses. What a return to the win column for Adam Brooks. He now speaks with Riley Osborne. After we take it through these replays, it was the uppercut and the left hook that Gavinio just could not get out of the way of. But boy, did he try. Kept going forward, kept pressuring, and landed a couple shots to his credit, Mams Taylor.
Unbelievable. He came in like a pit bull, fixating on his food, which was below him, and throwing punches and swinging them like he was having his first swimming to survive lesson, and somehow got lucky here and there. Didn't quit, but Brooksy stayed composed, and that was it. He said, look, you know what? I've given it a good college try. I think that's it for me.
When you're making eye contact with the canvas for most of your combinations, you're probably not going to succeed. But man, Adam Brooks kicking off 2025 the right way for him.
Listen, I think he should do training with one of those ancient senseis, put a blindfold around him. I think he's going to do well. He didn't use his eyes at all for the fight.
Let's take it to the winner. He speaks with Riley.
Adam Brooks, obviously a fantastic performance. You were telling me earlier this week you wanted to showcase your skills a little bit, maybe take it into the later rounds, and then you came in here looking to take his head off in the first 30 seconds. Talk to me about it.
He come for a fight, didn't he? And I've got to give it to Gav. He took a couple of big shots, and he was growling at me, you know, and I didn't expect that. Fair play to him. He's turned up. Many people on the internet said he'd give up and he'd go down. He come here to fight, and respect to him. I felt his style brought me down a little bit. It was a bit sloppy. I'm not that happy with it, but look, I got the win, and on to good things.
You say on to good things. You say the style brought you down a little bit. Is there somebody you have in mind, maybe, to call out for your next fight?
Every now and then I drive Mams mad, but look, I haven't got many left in me. I'm 45 in a few weeks. I would love a Pineda or a Deji. See what a puncher can do to him. I'm not stylistic like some of them, but I can hit hard. And look, maybe got 2 more fights, and I'd like to go out in style. One thing, my wife and kids are watching at home, they're not up here. Love you, Chloe, love you, kids.
Obviously, you said shout out to your kids, shout out to your family. Is there another message that you have for the fans right now? You got 2 left, you say, maybe 3. Maybe we can convince you for 4, but talk to us.
I'll fight as many times as Mams wants me. Even before the big shows, I'm like, I'm fit, Mams. Someone pulls out. I like fighting, as I said, not many left. I'm there if you need me. Just one thing. On the back of my shorts, I've got knives down.
if there's anyone in this stadium that carries a knife, please don't. I've got a 15-year-old boy, and it terrifies me, the streets that we're walking about. No one wins with a knife. Lost my father to knife crime. 30-odd years later, I'm still upset. Please don't carry knives.
I think you proved tonight that it can be settled in better ways. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Adam Brooks.
Profound words there from Adam Brooks at the end, Mams Taylor.
Yeah, he stands on his principles, and, you know, it's very noble, and he's donating the money to charity. Gotta love it.
We keep the action rolling here in Manchester. Let's take it to Liv.
Thanks very much, Ben. Yeah, brilliant performance there from Adam Brooks, and I'm delighted to be joined on stage by Jack Catterall. Jack, thank you so much. You are, of course, in Sami Hamed's corner tonight, and we'll get onto him in a little bit. But first of all, just want to talk about you, because last year, I mean, what a year you had. Try and sum it up for me if you can.
You know what, last year was unbelievable. We finished here in a big high, boxing here at the Co-op against Regis Progrès. It was unbelievable, and this is the first time I've been back since then. It feels special coming here. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm fighting here in a matter of weeks again, so it's nice to come back and get that feel again.
That Regis Progrès fight, I mean, it was brilliant, and that was obviously the highlight for you. How proud did that performance that you put in that night make you?
Yeah, it made me very proud. Regis is a very tough fighter, two-time world champion. So to get a victory over him was, he's put me in an unbelievable position going into 2025, and hopefully this year we can capture one of them world titles.
That is what you want, a world title fight, but you have obviously got a fight coming up here. And just first of all, how special is it for you to fight in a place like this, so close to your home?
You know what, over the last couple of years, there's been fights up and down the country. A lot of fights now are going elsewhere, but to have this new arena in Manchester, I'm only from Chorley up the road, so it's not far at all, and the fans loved it. We had great feedback last time, so to get an opportunity to come back so early in the new year and headline another great event, I'm very grateful for that.
It's almost like fighting, in football terms, it's like fighting in a home stadium. This must be like for you to have pretty much the support of every fan in this place. How does it make you feel when you're walking out?
It's a pinch me moment. It didn't quite digest last time until probably a couple of days later, but I've watched it back quite a few times now. Absolutely unbelievable. So much support, brand new arena, and the crowd was unbelievable. So hopefully everybody can get behind the next fight in a matter of weeks, and we can do it all again.
I'm sure they will. What did you learn about yourself? What did you take from that fight with Regis Progrès?
You know what, I think every fight now at this stage of your career is a big fight. And you're always learning. I'm in the gym with a lot of young fighters, experienced coaches, so every day you're constantly learning, and anybody in boxing will tell you that you never stop learning. So the last fight was unbelievable, two-time world champion. Learned a lot of lessons in the fight. It was very tough. Had him down, didn't get him out of there, but credit to Regis.
And just finally, before we move on to Sami Hamed, Arnold Barbosa is your next opponent. One, how much are you looking forward to it, and how much of a challenge is this going to be for you?
Unbelievable challenge. I think we both understand the position we're in. Winner goes on to fight a world title, so it's a high-stakes fight. I've watched Barbosa, been watching him for the last couple of years now, in and around my weight division. He's a solid competitor, but I believe I'm levels above him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we cannot wait for that fight, Jack, and we wish you the very best of luck. Tonight, you're here with Sami Hamed. I remember his last fight. I was there. You were there as well. I mean, it was a devastating performance that time around. Are we going to expect the same from him this time around?
I think we've got to expect it from Sami. He always brings the drama. We're straight back in the gym after the last fight, and in the short time he's been in the gym with us, he keeps developing and keeps getting better, so we're excited for Sami tonight.
We can see him there in his dressing room getting ready. Does he put a lot of pressure on himself, do you think, because of the family he comes from? And is that difficult to deal with, do you think?
I don't think he does. I think he enjoys it. I think he puts that pressure on himself. He takes it in his stride. There's a lot of pressure that goes with his last name, but Sami's a very happy-go-lucky character, and I think he's here to enjoy it, and I'm excited for his performance tonight. I think he's going to put a show-stopping performance in.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I spoke to Sami ahead of his last fight, and he was brilliant, so down-to-earth, so humble, and so respectful as well. That's what I found just from speaking and being around that family. That's what they're like, aren't they? They are very down-to-earth, humble people, considering where they've come from.
You know what? We've had Adam and Sami and Sol, the youngest brother, in the gym for the last, give us 6 months or so. Unbelievable family, so well-mannered, and it's a pleasure to train with them. They're a lot younger than me. They bring that good energy in it. The gym's in a buzzing environment at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Jack, thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure. Good luck for your fight coming up as well. Remember, we have got so much coming up for you right here on DAZN, the home of boxing.
47 years of promoting boxing. What a ride it's been. I was 23 years old at the time. I got an invite from the Boxing Board of Control to take a licence out. Back then, it was all run by the cartel.
We have a new promoter in British Championship Boxing, Frank Warren.
People liked it, I think, the fact that someone was taking the cartel on. I've never been afraid about shaking things up and working with new media.
This is a bit of a dream come true.
Pay-per-view, satellite TV.
Very proud of Amir. What he done was fantastic.
Bringing shows in from America Live. I've been lucky enough to promote some of the biggest names in boxing.
I'd like to thank Mr. Frank Warren for having me over here.
Just when you think it can't get any bigger, my mobile rang. We get this call from His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Off we went to the races. I'm as competitive as my fighters, and I fight for my fighters. I'm always looking for the next challenge, and I know there's one there now.
Queensbury arrives at the home of boxing, DAZN, multi-year deal. Let's go.
This is a company that is devoted to boxing. They have a worldwide platform. And for us, that is very, very important to do what Queensbury is doing, to be expanding and building, working together for the betterment of boxing, as I believe it will be.
Right, we have 2 fights down, 6 to go. Next up, the son of boxing royalty, Sami Prince Hamed faces Ziggy Johnson. And the only way to watch is at DAZN.com, because that brings an end to our free-to-air part of the broadcast. So if you're not a subscriber, sign up now to enjoy the rest of X Series 20 live from Manchester.